wrongs those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration.
Yes, so we'll continue this music. Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, the kind of news we bring to you, oh my sweetheart, you are welcome. Click on that red button that says subscribe. You put on your notification bell to all notification. With this, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. We react to all forms of videos in this platform. We educate, we inform, we sanitize people. We do not, I put a disclaimer, we do not preach hate speech, misleading information, violence. We don't instigate violence. A call for self-determination is never a call for war. And I want to appreciate YouTube. You guys are wonderful for creating this platform that will disseminate information to the members of the public. Information, they say, is power. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. And when you are deformed, oh, sorry about that. So the music you heard from the beginning is also from one of our Biafra brother. He sang this music to support in dedication of Biafra restoration. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. This is not an advertisement. He is not selling it. This is just his own way of contributing. Since he cannot preach the gospel the way we are preaching it, this is his own way to evangelize. He said, I should be playing it in every of my program. Who want to listen? Do you want to listen? Let's listen to it a bit before we go into today's video. And this video that I'm going to present to you today, I want you to watch it. Just cool down. You know, some of us, we are in a haze. Pay attention. What this our brother is saying is true. In one of my videos, somebody came and commented. The person said that Biafra will not actualize if we are not united. And this our brother and some of others have been trying to work to see how Biafra, especially the Biafrans I call lost Biafra, they deceive them with fake identity. They deceive them. You see somebody who is from Delta, the person will tell you, I am Delta Igbo. And when this person speaks, you will see that your language and this person's language, the way you dress, the food you eat are all the same. But they just deceive them that they are this. So you will hear it from this our brother. After listening to this wonderful song from one of our brother, I'm going to bring the video. And after watching and listening, please, I need your contribution. I need your comment. I need your anything. You can argue, but let us do it constructively. Okay, I love you all. Yes, so for the sake of those who do not understand Igbo, he said that there are people that are called to fight for the Biafra restoration. He's calling you people to wake, to stand up. Yes, so he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in dungeon, that we should not allow him to be put to shame. Yes, so he said time has come.
The Prime Minister of Biafra, the public government.
Yes, sir. Unsolvable mathematics. Hey, my love for Simon, eh? And easier. Yeah, so follow who no road, do Simon and no road. 2 million people have voted. Have you voted?
Referendum for children of Biafra.
Yes.
I am ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra. And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you're looking for 100 men,
Oh, but you know, Hamadike.
what's the Simon ever? Oh, Guinea.
Oh, Guinea. How about the Mokike? Yes, so. So, the song you just listened to is also coming from that our brother that sang the other one. He said this is the support. His name is Sumod. His name is Sumod. I'm going to mention his name in the next video. So, Ohamadike, Obato Biye, Unsolvable Mathematics, Simon Ekpa, I love you. I love Mazinande Kano. I love whenever I remember how everything transpired. Nobody can come and tell me what happened. I know how you stood. I know how you fought. I know everything you passed through. You still stand gidibam. You never compromise. You never gave up. Simon, if nobody loves you, Linda loves you. So you can listen to what our brother is saying. Until I meet you again in my next video.
Our unity, how they have been going up and down, recruiting people that will be discharging or going about with their false history and information about us. Now, as you should disregard and unfollow whosoever that is, preaching negatively, that is preaching false information about us as a people. There is a lot of them who are going up and down buying data for some people, promising them all what they want to do is to be countering what we are doing. But little did they know that we have crossed that stage that somebody can come up with just know-how information and begin to counter what we are doing. Now, Ika as a people, where I am from, Ika as a people, where I am from, Ika, we are known, we in the Ika, we are known with so many things, our quality lives, things we do, our language, our dialect is something that tells you who we really are. Now, it baffles me when I come online and I see people, they want to twist the whole narrative. You hear them talk about Eka being Eka. You hear them talk about Eka is a nation. You hear them talk about Okwan is a nation. You hear them talk about Ikwere is a nation. You hear them talk about this one is a nation. But I begin to ask, and one of the things that baffle me most is that these people the people who you see that say that talks more on these are people who are learned, who are supposedly learned. And in some cases, these are master degree holders, these are professors, these are, what is it called? These are people learned. And when you look at the argument, when you look at things that they are saying, I begin to wonder, how did they come about this information that they are selling to people? Now, they want to make a language of its own. For example, I am from Akumazi Umuacha. If I decide to speak my language, every Igbo speaking dialect or region will solely actually understand what I am saying. But those whom they are taking Ika language to say this is where Ika is coming from cannot hear any dime from what I am trying to say. And I begin to ask, how did we get to that point that all what we do now is calling white black. Every one of us, you know what this color is all about. This is a black hanky with a picture of color, the flowers and all that. But this is what these men are trying to tell you, that the color you are looking at, in as much as you see black, you see red, you see purple, you see green, they are making you to understand that what you are seeing is not the original color, but what you are seeing now is white. Now they are trying to turn what you are seeing here. This is handkerchief. You can see different colors. You see black as a background. You see red. You see green. You see purple. These are what makes up this the color of this handkerchief. But in as much as you are seeing it, they are now trying to tell you that you shouldn't mind what you are seeing as a color, that this is white. That you shouldn't mind what you are seeing as colors, that what you hold in your hand is white. This is what they are trying to say in the name of trying to change the original narrative. So sometimes I don't argue with them anymore, because when I started this program 2019, that was when I was busy replying to some of them, answering them, doing argument on the social media. But I discovered as day goes, I begin to study these people, and I began to understand that they actually have a motive. They actually have a motive, and their motive is actually to distort the original information. And when I study them, when I make a step forward, I begin to realize that they are not actually doing that to help Ndeka, but they are doing this thing because they know that standing alone on their own is an issue. So they want to drown alongside with Ndeka. Did you know most of them, they go forward, they go to the extent of saying that Noah, only one that I'm insulting my Obi. And I have tried to rewind and reverse every of my program. I've not seen where and how I have insulted any monarch or king in a land. If by saying the truth is what they take to be insult, let it be. If by saying the truth is what these young men are seeing or taking to be, taking to be insult, let it be. Let it be. For example, I told every one of them that are following me or that are in agreement with what we are doing, I said, look at me, brother, let us take it this way. We have a foundational language. In every dialect, in every language, there are some words that are borrowed. Due to proximity, due to closeness to some people. Now, when you go to the northern, those who are close to the Niger, the Hausas that are close to the Niger, there are some language which they borrowed from the Nigers, and there are also language which the Nigers also adopted from them. But those language are not foundational to the two indigenous. For example, I'm from Eka. I've always told people, the word of Salobua is not a foundational word. Somebody talks about Ehi. What is Ehi? You talk about Ehi, Ezechima, Ehima. These are words that originated from our ancestors. When you use the word Ezechima or Chima, let me remove Eze. When we talk about Chima or we talk about Ehima, these two words are the same. But in dialect, Ehi and Chi represent one word. Ehi and Chi represent one word. But in the ending, you see how Ma is coming up. Ehima, Chima. They are talking about that it is God that knows. It is God that knows. It is Chi that knows. Ehi, Ma, Chima. These are foundational. When we talk about Osaloba, you cannot tell me There are some borrowed words that you find in a car. What is it called? When an Eka person is making sentence. Only say Mecca, we know how those words. Now there are some words. These words that are borrowed due to proximity and closeness to Ndibini are few in our language when we are making sentence, and you cannot use those adopted words because of our closeness, because of things we have been doing with them, to say that we are related to them. Now, yesterday on the post which one of my sister made, and I know actually that the young lady is actually running out of ignorance. I'm not here to insult her, because on her own part, she's trying to make her presence known in regard to what we are doing on the internet. And because these men who are bent on changing identity has actually approached somebody like me, they have tried to see if they can pull me out of what I'm doing to begin to run with their narrative. They find out that they couldn't, because I am convinced, even before they came to begin to tell me what I should be, I'm convinced already with the program that I'm running. So all of them now are they now move their weight towards the young girl. And to the young girl, those people who are praising her, they meant well for her, not knowing that they have an ulterior motive by coming to her. So let me begin to say why I'm here this morning. Ika is a dialect of Igbo language. Ukwani, Aniocha, Enuani, Uibaki. We talk about Abolu, our people in Kogi, those in Benue. We talk about Ikwere. We talk about Oba, Eche. We talk about Nsuka. We talk about Isu. We talk about Udi. We talk about Nkano. We talk about Oka. We talk about what is it called? Oyi. We talk about Ihiala. We talk about Mbise. We talk about Olu. We talk about what is it called? When you go to Abel, talk about Ndisukwa, talk about Ohofia, Akanu Ohofia. We talk about Ndiagbo, which you see within the Igbere artists. We talk about what is it called? Ndi Aba. We talk about our people. Now, these people, when you begin to hear them speak, they speak the dialect of Igbo extraction. And you cannot, because of the way they make pronunciation and say these people are nothing but Ikwere is Ikwere. Ikwere remain Ikwere. But Ikwere is part of Igbo family. Like as I have always explained to our people, if you actually want to understand what we are saying, Ika as a word was actually used from the beginning to classify both Ukwu both Aniocha, both the present day Ika. This three entity was actually classified as Ndeka from the origin. These three entity, I'm talking about the Ukwu, I'm talking about the Aniocha, I'm talking about the Ika, the present day Ika, were all classified as Ika people. Now, as we begin to progress, things begin to change. Then Aniocha was actually taken out, giving another geographical, what is it called? Initial, which is now known as Aniocha. Now, Ukwu also was also carved out, giving a geographical initial, which is also known as Ndokwa, while leaving the Ika, the community that found themselves within that geographical area that makes up Ika to remain that Ika. So we are not the only people that was actually classified as Ika at the beginning. So Ika now as a word, IKA, stand as a uniform word, as a unification word that holds all the clan within that Ika axis. Akumazi is under Ika, Ibodo is under Ika, Utobodo is under Ika, Utopu is under Ika, Uterumu is under Ika, Owerri is under Eka, Ikoma is under Eka, Ibodo is under Eka, Umlede is under Eka, Emuhu is under Eka, Ngiri is under Eka, Otolopo is under Eka, Ekukwabo is under Eka, Owa is under Eka, Abavu is under Eka, what is it called? Idumesa is under Eka, Agbo is under Eka. These communities that I just mentioned are clan. When you come to Akomazi, you have different villages that come together to form Akomazi. So all the communities I just mentioned today, there is no one that can stand and say that they are more Ika than any other, because every one of these community that have agreed to form to be within that geographical area that are named Ika have equal right to that name Ika. By so, none of the community can stand up. Abo cannot stand up and claim superiority with that name Ika. Neither will Akomazi stand up and claim superiority with the word Ika. All the communities that come together under the word Ika are the solely owner of that word Ika, because we share equal right to that name. Now, when you come to Akomazi, we have Idumigwe, we have Ishude where I'm from, we have Oduga, we have Obi, we have Idumigwe. Now, all this community also have equal right to that word Akomazi Mocha. It is the name Akomazi Mocha that unifies us to be a clan. So no community under that word Akomazi Mocha can stand up one day and begin to claim that they are the sole owner of the word Akomazi Mocha. They can't do it. Even Obi, where our king is from, cannot claim to be more superior in all the communities that come together to form Akomazi. So every one of us have equal right to that name Akomazi, because the word Akomazi Mocha is a unifying name that hold all the community together to make us a clan. So when you come to Ikaland, Ika is also an umbrella word, a unifying name that brought all the communities together to make up Ika. So no community can claim superior over every other community within that Ika axis. So every one of us that find ourselves within that Ika axis have equal right to that name Ika. So we share equal right to that name Ika. Nobody owns it. Now, this, as I'm explaining also, this thing I'm explaining also apply to this Anyocha. Anyocha is an umbrella word that holds all the community, both Ahaba, both Ibuzo, both what is it called? Onichubo, both Ila, all of the community of Gwashuku, Buluku, all of them find themselves under the word Anyocha, and that Anyocha, the word, is also a unifying factor that holds every one of them together. This thing also implied to Ndokwa. No one can come up and say, I am the sole owner of this name. Now, why am I trying to explain this again? I've said this time without number for people to get their senses right. The word IGBO, Igbo, does not belong to anybody. I am saying this to my people who find themselves within the car, who have allowed inferiority complex to overwhelm their sense of reasoning, who have allowed inferiority complex to overwhelm their sense of reasoning. The word IGBO belongs to all the dialects, all the people, the families that make up Igbo, by language, by culture, by tradition, by value system. So every Igbo community you see today shares equal right to that name Igbo. So no one is more special, no one is more special than other. From Abakaleke to Ibake, from Ibake to Ikwere, from Ikwere to Eche, from Eche to Apolu in Kogi, and so on and so forth. No one can come up to that and say that he is more superior than every other, because every one of us will share equal right to that name Igbo. So when you are feeling insecure with the word IGBO Igbo, it simply means that you have been living with wrong narrative about us, about your identity. But You identify yourself to be part of the Igbo family does not mean that the word Ika will be raised from you. That you have identified with the word Igbo does not mean that the word Ikwere is going to go out, go into extinction. The answer is no. But one thing is that those who divided us has an evil narrative which they have introduced within us that you and I are struggling today to overcome. And that is why most of our people, when you speak about the word Igbo, they begin to feel frightened, even when there is no need to be frightened. They begin to feel frightened, even though there is no need, even when there is no need to be frightened. Did you know why? Because they have been tutored, nurtured with a wrong narrative about themselves. They have been raised, tutored, teach with the wrong narrative about themselves. They are going about with the false information about themselves. And when they come face to face with a reality, a genuine information that should have stand as a means of deliverance to them, they begin to feel insecure because they have been raised for ages, for years with the wrong information. So when you want to tell them now that this is who they are, they begin to feel, what are you trying to say? What are you telling me? How did you come about this? What are these? The answer or the truth is that it is because you have been raised with a false information. And when you are face to face with truth, you begin to find it so difficult to comprehend. Only can wo, only Igbo can wo. Asusu na asu kiken now. Ihe leku kiken. Ihe na kawane ndo wa kiken. Ni do me gwa me enyare ne asusu eni na asusu idu asusu bini kan naso. Efamu wewe nwe madu kan ni be akoma siken wo. Lagu no wunde ka. No ge eruele ni nchakeji bucheka. No whoso do me beni no re neni mma. Una sim na haye nimbe bo na cho expansion. They are not expect there. You people are promoting expansionism. I begin now I wonder. Many kunu conclude many mendi na enwene na so na so. Onu Igbo ya na akpo head. What English call head? They call head, we call it ishi. They call it ear, and akpanti. They call it nose, and akpaimi. They call it mouth, and akpaonu. They call it eye, and akpaenya. They call it hand, and akpaeka. They call it leg, and akpaeuku. They call it tummy, and akpaefo. They call it sleeping, and akpaena. When they ask you, where are you going to? We speak it in our dialect, Elebiyoko. Elebijoko. Now, when you begin to, put these words together, you discover that same pronunciation, the only difference is that our tongues, when we come to pronunciation, you begin to find L. You begin to find the presence of L, R, N in some pronunciation. Just like if you want to mention earth, we call it Ani. Ani, which means A-N-E-I. There are other people who also call it Anna, which is A-N-E-A. There are people who call it Allah, which is A-L-O-A. There are people who call it Ali, which is A-L-O-I. But when you begin to look at the pronunciation, you tell me that these languages are not in the same family. Now, this thing I just pronounced. Go to Bini, let them make pronunciation of all these things I just pronounced. Bring it to you. Let us see how close they are with Trika language. You begin to run your mouth. Why are you running your mouth? We are calling for the unity of Igbo. A lot of things has happened around us, and things are still happening. We are being seen as a minority in a place where we ought to be majority. Those who divided us for political reason. Those who divided us, who sowed the seed of division among us, did it because they know that when we are together, they won't find it so easily to penetrate inside us. And the reason why they promote disunity among us is to be able to be casting out on our disunity. Today in the political space, we as Igbo, they believe that our vote cannot count. Because when it is time for politics, when it is time for election, they make us know that Ndika are standing alone. Ukwale, they are standing alone. Anyocha, they are standing alone. Ndomambara, they are standing alone. Ikwere, they are standing alone. They divide us. They make sure that our voices are not one. And that is why Mr. A and B and C, who are supposed to be relative, are running in different directions. Ikwere is chasing another angle. Eka is chasing another angle. Ukwale is chasing another angle. And when you look at the composition of Ukwale, Eka, and Anyocha, they cannot make any meaningful impact until they come together as one entity. Until they come together as one big family. So when Eka is standing alone, tell me what they can do. How many are they in number? When Anyocha is standing alone, tell me what they can achieve. How many are they in number? When Ukwale are standing alone, tell me what they can achieve. How many are they in number? I hear them, they keep shouting, Ukwale nation, Eka nation. Do you know what it entails? Do you know what it entails? What it takes to be a nation? You just want to speak grammar. Every time you want to make a useless, how will I put it? You want to stand, you want to prove some things, you want to prove some points. What are you proving? Leave Ika alone. Ika is Ika. For sure, Ika remain Ika, but Ika is a dialect. Ika is a dialect under a certain group. When you take it out of it, Ika will begin to revolve within a circle. So let us talk. Come 24th of this month, February, we are having an Igbo Unity Conference at Asaba. And with our preparation, it's going to be boom. Go and mark what I'm telling you today. We are going to be having about 7 media houses that will be present in that conference at Asaba. This is what I'm telling you this morning. We are having 7 media houses that will be present. We are not talking about what we are doing on Facebook. We are talking about radio station, television station. 7 of them will be present with us to cover what we are going to be doing that day. 7 media house, 3 print house. We are going to be having Vanguard. We are going to be having Punch newspaper. We are going to be having Sun newspaper. We are going to be having a City Radio. We are going to be having Ijele. We are going to be having Blaze FM. We are going to be having NTA. We come 24th of this month, we are going to be making our work official. We have been talking on the social media, but come 24th of this month, the issue of Igbo unity is going to be discussed on a national television. It's going to be discussed on a national radio. It's going to become a talk of town because we don't want to remain where we are. It is only that thing that is stagnant. Because we are alive, we are going to be making progress. We are going to be growing. We are going to be growing. Are you getting me? So 24th of this month, if you want to join us on that conference coming on 24th, if you have my WhatsApp, you can actually DM me. You can actually send me a message so that you can get a seat reservation. So that you can get a seat reservation to the program that is coming up, to that conference. 24th of this month, February. Why my birthday is 25th? After the program, the conference, I'll be marking my birthday come that 25th. So my brothers and my sisters, we are going to be having it as good as ever. Come 24th of this month, so many things are going to be happening. I put it to every one of you, but it's going to be boom. It's going to be boom. So if you're ready, come and join us. Come and join us to make history. 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 Do you know why? For a few days now, I've not been online. I've been working for this conference, engaging one or two persons, engaging one or two things, trying to get it right. The one we had at Ikwere, Port Harcourt, was a child's play compared to what is going to be playing out at Asaba. Even if you are not present, you are going to be hearing about us on a national television, on a national newspaper dailies. You are going to be, when newspapers are having their, newspaper morning review, you are going to be seeing us. They are going to be talking about us. They are going to be talking about Igbo Unity Conference. Go and mark it on your wall. So if you have interest to be part of this historic conference, you can DM me or send message to my WhatsApp so that you can have a seat reservation. You are not paying money to attend the conference. Nobody is asking you to give us any money. We are not asking you to pay us money to come and attend the conference. The conference, the admission is free. Everything is free. Even the lunch, what is it called? The item 7 that we're going to be giving you that day because you are present, it's free. We are creating a very huge, conducive environment that will hold us that very day. Like yesterday, I concluded with some of the media house that will be present.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.